Hey guys, welcome back to Stonkanacci, and today we are going to be covering Tesla, why they're going to dominate other car companies in the future, and we are going to be checking out Elon's Twitter, Google Trends, stocks at the end, and the semi truck, and maybe some drag racing and some funnies in between. Anyway, guys, we're going to jump right into it. Here is Tesla Dog Mode. Who let the dogs out? Okay, and here we go. Here's a Tesla doing a better burnout than a Ferrari. He might need some new tires after that one, boys. Uh-oh, we got two videos planned. That's coming up. Don't panic. It's coming. It might be coming after this one. Okay, and this is the Tesla taking on the Dodge Demon. And I'm not sure what Tesla it is, but maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below. This is the Dodge Demon, and I would love to have this car. It'd be too cool. Here we go. Tesla said they don't even need to warm up for real. See that? Tesla didn't win, but close enough is close enough for me. And here we have the Tesla Cybertruck demonstration, and Elon intentionally destroyed this truck just for the memes. I'm pretty sure. Some people say it was intentional, some people say it wasn't. I think it was intentional. Why not? Got people talking about it. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Look, he knows it's gonna bust.
Sure? Yeah. Oh, what the fuck you got? Well,
Busted it on purpose. Look, they knew it was coming. Okay, and then we have the Tesla Autopilot miles, and this I'm trying to show you this because I think that in the future this will dominate Google Maps, and then you'll have Tesla Maps that'll be so much more advanced than Google Maps because they have the drive miles, whereas Google has to drive around in the cars, but every Tesla is getting tracked on the cameras. So I do think Tesla will dominate in the future with maps and the self-driving. And here we have the Tesla Gigafactory and in Nevada, and there's only a few solar panels, but once the solar panels get put on all the factories, they'll be self-sufficient with their own power, and that's just gonna be a more profitable company for Tesla in the future once they get it going. But they just need to sell more cars and so forth. And here's what it'll look like finished. And at this point, you'll have the solar, or you'll have the solar and the wind going at the same time. So it'll be probably the most profitable company ever made. And here we have a Tesla semi truck acceleration. So yeah, good luck. Good luck, diesel trucks competing with that one. And here we have the 0-60 to time 20 seconds. So that is crazy and very badass performance, if you ask me. And the Tesla Model Y demand is so high that even the salvage title vehicles are selling at full price. And if you don't know what a rebuilt title vehicle is or salvage, it has been wrecked and then they fixed it up to where it doesn't look correct, and then it's at a discounted price. And also, I've owned one before, and if you're okay with being paranoid about your vehicle, go ahead and get one. But it is cheaper, and you can get a nicer car for a cheaper price. But do your own research on that one. And then we got Elon right here talking about lower back. My blank. Oh, my bad. My lower back is killing me, but it's actually loneliness. And he said it's actually my neck. Tell us about it, Elon. Everybody does. And then I put my meme on there, and I told him first. I told him you got to soak it in cider, and if you don't know what that joke means, just look at the emojis. And then I said, but seriously, Dr. Rhonda Patrick supplement list. Thank you, Joe Rogan, and 69 420 it. Flip it, reverse it, spin it around, THC patch, because you don't want to be on a breathing machine. And then we got Wall Street bets right here. And so we got the Hertz tendies. If you didn't know about Hertz, oh boy, it pumped 100% yesterday, and it was so crazy. And so people making tendies and Hertz, but be super careful with that stock, because it don't matter if it's looking good on the technicals, it'll still dump 60% on you, and you lose all your money. Not financial advice. And then we have Zoom Doom. And here we go. Hertz has risen. Gains will come again. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, but Lord, please forgive us for the Hertz trading. Wouldn't recommend it. Kind of like Kodak, I think. It's probably gonna dump. And then we got people making 3 million in purple. That's insane. I would hate to know what you had to trade with to make 3 million. I would never mess with purple. And then Peloton, the Becky's on the bikes, making tendies for everybody. And oil is back. I don't know about that one. And Tesla is here. And then see what we got on the lost porn. It's always good in the lost porn. And we all know why you're here, to make yourself feel better about the losses. All I know is losses. All you got to do is, if you're losing and you keep losing, you just inverse what you're doing, and then you should be winning. Oh boy, please don't listen to me. And then I'm not into lost porn, so fight me. Bull crap, you on Wall Street bets? I know you are. And then we got Tesla down 2% on the day. And Model 3 is joining the police force, so cannot outrun the police if you have a Tesla Model 3, because they're going to be faster than you, unless you got a Dodge Demon, but they still going to be right behind you, so do not ever run from the cops. They are going to get you every time. But seriously, it's good the cops are getting this, because that's good for the environment and probably saves the government and county money. So I wish all police forces had Teslas, and it'd also be good for the stock. And Tesla has overtaken Apple as the millennials' go-to stock. Seen it coming. That's why I do Tesla videos, because I am 27, so hopefully I got 30 more years to do videos. But I will cover Apple if some stuff pops off with Apple, if we run out of stuff to talk about with Tesla, but I don't think that'll ever happen. And so Tesla's canceling their 7-day return policy. They probably don't care. If you don't want it, you should never bought it, because he's got too much money. And then Elon's pushing factory workers to the brink. But if you do a little research on Elon, the man slept on the floor, and his motto is like, just work more hours than everybody else and you'll get the money. And also, Thomas Jefferson once said that if he doesn't believe in luck, but the harder he works, the more luck he has. So you tell me. You tell me, Elon. And Tesla Google trends staying the same. Really not much to talk about there. And then the fear and greed is, previous close was 59, and now we're at a 62. So people getting a little greedy. The last stop was put in right here, but we'll check out. This is my favorite indicator here. So we're 8.7% above the 125-day average. So Yeah, not real certain about it. When we was up here, I was looking for a top to be put in, but not really much to make of it right here. Pretty much average, as you can tell by the distance right here. But we'll get into that later on. We'll go into some detail on the S&P. And it looks like we broke above the resistance right here. But if we do top out, it'll be a head and shoulders in fear and greed. And yeah, so we'll see how that works out going forward. And then we got Tesla stock right here on the daily. And as you can see, we are losing the MACD. So that's not very good for Tesla. And also losing RSI as losing momentum. So, and then the 3-day was looking bullish for Tesla. But if it can't hold up on the 12-hour, then I would be looking for some downside in Tesla. And as you can see, we're breaking our triangle in Tesla. So we already lost RSI, and we know this is the top. And we were pretty lucky to call this off of the 1-hour right here at the 463 resistance. So I wouldn't be looking for a bounce on Tesla until it gets down to where are we at? 434. And that lines up with the 30-minute 200 day moving average and the 30-minute 200 EMA. So when the support lines line up with the EMAs, that is usually where we see something happen. And then if we take it as a bear pole bear flag, that would put us 4.81%. So somewhere down at 429 is where I'd be looking for out of this correction in Tesla. But also, it is a head and shoulders now since it is a top. So we have, oh, backwards. So we have right shoulder, head, left shoulder. So, yeah, you put all that together with the loss of momentum. And so I would be looking for this to get tested sometime in the morning. And then also we have a gap right here at 434. So you put all those together, I do think we'll see a pullback. And then once that triggers, it could be a waterfall effect and go all the way down to 407, which would be a 7% retracement. So if we do go to 407, I'd be looking for kind of something like this is what I'm thinking. So we'll come down here, bounce a little bit, and then kind of reject and go get caught in here, and then go down to 407, and then we'll take it from there. But somewhere in here, I'd be looking for a bounce if it did get a little bit nastier off the daily. And then so we'll check out the 6-hour. And we're losing the 6-hour MACD, so yeah, you put all that together, it's not really looking too good for Tesla. Um, and then also, the historical volatility on the 6-hour is getting way down there. So if we see this guy spike up and the moving average curl up, I would be looking for a big move to happen in Tesla. And I don't think the 2% was the big move, but looking at the 1-hour, we are getting a little bit down there on momentum. But until we get down to this purple line, there's really nothing to be had off of it for a potential bounce. And then we will check out Amazon's looking a little bit worse. So if Tesla hasn't corrected and then Amazon's doing this, that is not very good in my opinion for Tesla, because most stocks go together. And then so we had a little bit of TA in here for Amazon, and we had this trend line coming down. So looks like Amazon might be a little bit overdone, but yeah, I'm not real sure about Amazon. I thought it was looking a little bad off the 1-hour right here, and the fact that it's dumped again is not very good for all markets, basically. And so we'll go to the daily and look at it. So Amazon's already got a daily continuation sell signal right here, rejecting the EMAs. So, and last time we got one of those was right here, and it had a pretty nice retracement. So, could spell trouble for pretty much everything, because if this guy breaks and continues to break, there's really nothing stopping it from going lower. And if we check out the 1 hour, it is getting a little bit down there. So, yeah, we might see a pop up Monday in Amazon due to it being at the bottom of this trend line. So at 31.30, we could see a bounce, and also getting green in the background saying that you know, risky areas for shorts, just kind of like right here, green in the background. It'd be risky to short right here and then right here. So yeah, put all that together, Amazon's looking like it might be a little overdone. And then we're red in the background on the volatility, saying we're at extremes in volatility. So, and that'd be like right here. So yeah, could be a bounce point for Amazon. And just curious what the 5-minute looks like. So yeah, gold in the background on the 5-minute. So definitely Monday we could see a spike back up in Amazon. But we'll just have to see what happens. And so we'll check out the S&P 500 on the daily. Actually, we'll go. Okay, so the 1 hour, I did a little bit of TA. We were saying it could go down to the bottom of the trend line. And sure enough, another 1 hour loss of momentum. And so, yeah, we could go, and the bottom of the trend line, let's see where it's coming in at. So from here, that would be 2.9% down from here. Oops, sorry, guys. Okay, and so we'll see how this is rolling into the higher time frames now. Okay, so we got a daily continuation sell signal. So if it does top out right here, it will be very bearish for SPY. And we could be looking for, the momentum to come back down to here. And then that's where I'd be looking for a bounce to be had. But if we go to the higher time frames on the S&P, we've been kind of saying that it's kind of following the same trend as right here. So we got the death cross, that's the 2155, and that is the white moving average and the green moving average. So death cross, pretty much the bottom, death cross, pretty much the bottom, and then we golden cross, small pullback, golden cross, small pullback, and then a run up, and then a correction back to the green. So we had a run up, a correction back to the green. Okay, so that would be, we would be somewhere in here in the trend, is what I'm thinking. And that would be right here. So, looking at all that, we had the daily come in, or the 3-day. Okay, so the 3-day come in, and then we correct back down to the green. So, if we have the daily come in and we correct back down to the green, it would look something like this, and that'd be a bear pole, bear flag. So that is kind of what I'm thinking if we see the 3-day take a nosedive. So all that being said, and then we also have a little bit of divergence from this loss of momentum to this if it happened. And we'll check out Stonkanacci too, because I like looking at it for when it's not very clear. So looking at the 2-day, if it rolls over at the EMAs right here, that is another continuation signal, just like right here, and that caused the mega dump. So not saying we're going to have a mega dump, but it does look similar to this price action. right here. And so if we just say all this is going to be factored in as the dump, let me get rid of some of this stuff. So if you draw it like this, since we kind of know it might be a top, it'd be a triangle. And just like this was a triangle. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out, and we can check out volatility as well. And that's what gave me the heads up on the 3 hour back here, was the volatility being at extremes. So yeah, volatility is really not giving us that much. But another thing that's got me kind of on the fence about it correcting again is the volatility on the weekly is red in the background. So as you can see, we're red in the background saying we already went to extremes to the downside. So yeah, not real sure what to make of that one. But we are kind of getting extended above the 55 on the weekly, and that's coming in at 313. And as you can see, S&P likes to play off of it long term. So if we see a pullback to the 55 on the weekly, that is kind of where I'm looking at for a bounce. And we can also do a little bit of a deeper dive. So from the golden cross, it took us 104 days to correct to the green. So if we go golden cross, 104 days. So we are overdue. It's 133 days, just basing off last time, which past performance is not indicative of future results, but something to think about. Something to think about. But I also think there's a lot of other hidden stuff at play with politics and such. And we can check out Apple. So it's looking bullish on the weekly on Apple. And we can check out the 6 hour, and we'll go back to candlesticks for you guys. So on the 6 hour in Apple, we lost MACD, RSI, and the EMAs. So we'll see what's happening on the daily. A little bit of a longer term perspective. So another HODL, your well, I ain't gonna say that, but it's continuation sell signal. And so yeah, not looking good on Apple. And then we got Shopify looking like it might bounce. EMAs right here. Check out the 6 hour. See what's really happening. So yeah, Shopify looking like it's dogging a little bit. And we've been watching this one for a while on the 3 hour with the volatility. So I don't think the moves happen yet in Shopify. That could mean a greater pullback on Shop because of the daily. And then we got ARK looking pretty rough. ARK Q, same thing. ARK K, more or less the same. And then ARK G, little bit different. Might be a little bit more bullish, but that's because it's got the pharmaceutical companies in it. Looking at the 6 hour, we got red in the background, and then we had a pullback. So a lot of times when this happens, it'll be something like right here, red in the background, pullback, and then a small bounce, and then it'll have another dump. So kind of thinking that's what we're going to be in for, like maybe a little pump up and then come down. But it's just going to have to see what the other stocks are going to do pretty much, because everything kind of moves together. And here we have Nvidia, and I love Nvidia. That's what I'm doing this YouTube on, is Nvidia computer. So big fan of them. Also 6 hour volatility declining. And check out the daily. And also a daily loss of momentum on everything. So yeah, if you were back around in February, March when it bottomed, if you, let's say you invested right here off the daily, and held on, you would be up right now 200% in 200 days. So if you were Warren Buffett and you had a crystal ball and you went all in right there, you would have doubled your money. And to see it now losing momentum, I don't know, to me it just seems like it's due for a big pullback, at least down into this range. Um, and also when you have these two moving averages separated like this, 28% separated, is usually where the pullbacks happen. And then we can probably go back and see in the past. So kind of like right here, this is a good example. So right here. So this got 33% separated between the two moving averages. So, it could go on for a little bit longer, but it is in the riskier zones for Nvidia. And then also when you put in a high and then a lower high, that is very bearish. So just looking at Nvidia being a super good company and the MACD having this much discrepancy in high to lower high is a little bit of divergence. So it's not divergence, but it is a discrepancy, and that's good enough for me to say maybe a greater pullback down to 500 in Nvidia. But that's about it, guys. If you're still with me, please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you.